Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. Have you ever just wished you could completely read someone's mind? Well, until we finally get telepathy, we're going to do the exact next best thing. Today, we are stepping into the role of the body language detective. Our mission? To decode those mysterious and honestly mostly subconscious signs of hidden attraction. We're going to look at the incredibly subtle ways human beings just completely betray their true feelings, even when they're trying their absolute hardest to play it cool. Because look, we've all been there, right? You meet someone, you have this fantastic interaction, and then, boom, you spend the entire evening overanalyzing every single second of it. They like me not. And let's be real, usually we land on they like me not just to protect our own egos. It really can feel exactly like you're plucking petals off a daisy, trying to decipher if they actually enjoy your company or if they're just, being polite. I totally validate those late nights spent overthinking and replaying all those tiny little interactions in your head. It can induce a ton of social anxiety when you just aren't sure where you stand. You might even fully convince yourself that someone can't stand you, when reality is actually the complete opposite. So you might be asking yourself right now, okay, am I just overthinking the whole shebang? And the truth is, it's incredibly hard to figure out a person's true thoughts just by asking them. People hide their feelings for all sorts of reasons. Maybe they're shy. Maybe they're terrified of rejection. Or honestly, maybe they don't even fully realize how much they like you yet. But don't worry, because today we're basically equipping you with a psychological decoder ring. We're diving into the actual science of body language to help you spot the subconscious clues people give away without even realizing it.
Okay, let's dive right into Category 1, the power of proximity and closing the physical gap.
Before we even look at someone's face, we need to observe how they actually maneuver around a room. And this brings us to clue number 1. A person who likes you will naturally try to get physically closer to you. Sounds pretty obvious, right? But it's actually super easy to miss in the moment. Have you ever noticed that one specific person just always seems to be around you, maybe catching your eye from across the room? We are biologically drawn to be physically closer to the people we favor. And they'll do this by subconsciously removing objects separating the two of you. If you're sitting at a table, they might push a plate out of the way. On a couch, they might toss a throw pillow to the side. They might even consistently take the exact same walking route as you just to guarantee you bump into each other. Because think about it, if they didn't like you, you simply wouldn't see them very often.
And this brilliantly illustrates our second clue, which is all about how they match your pace. If they are walking exactly beside you, it means they want a connection. It makes it so much easier to talk, hold eye contact, and just be closer. Now, if they're walking behind you, they might just be a little bit shy, but they still actively want to be near you and are totally happy following your lead. But if they're walking way out in front of you, yeah, they're likely way more focused on their destination than on having a conversation with you. Pacing matching is just a massive subconscious tell of someone's priorities.
Moving right along to Category 2, reading their body language and picking up on those subconscious signals.
We're zooming in from macro room positioning down to the micro physical habits. Because most of us don't actively control our body language, it basically acts as this anatomical betrayal of our true feelings. They might tilt their head towards you, lean in closer when you share a laugh, or kind of casually play with their hair. But here's what's absolutely fascinating: the feet. The feet are a huge indicator. They are literally the very first things that move when a person is going somewhere, so they subconsciously point exactly where a person wants to go. If their feet are pointed right at you, they subconsciously want your attention. Similarly, if they've got their hands on their hips and are exposing their stomach to you, that's actually a fantastic sign. It means they feel safe enough to leave their vulnerable areas open. They're telling you they are truly receptive and open to you.
Which brings us to one of my absolute favorite points, because we need to deliver a major reframe here. So often our assumption when someone suddenly sits up super straight around us is that they're on edge or uncomfortable or rigid, like they're trying to put physical distance between us. But the reality? It's often the exact opposite. Sitting up straight is a completely subconscious way of trying to look their absolute best in front of you. When you sit up straight, you instantly look a bit taller, and you show off your strong features. It's essentially the human version of peacocking. They aren't trying to pull away at all. They are literally just trying to impress you.
Let's move to Category 3, unlocking subtle facial cues, because truly it is all in the eyes.
Let's talk about blinking. I know, it sounds a little bizarre, but your blink rate says so much about how you feel. According to a study cited by Psychology Today, people actually tend to blink more when they're feeling anxious. But what's even more fascinating is that blinking serves as a subconscious mechanism to physically block out things we don't like or just don't want to see.
So here's the kicker. If a person is blinking noticeably less around you, it is a very strong sign that they like you. Because blinking blocks out visual information. Their subconscious brain is basically fighting to not miss a single thing about you. When it's all eyes on you, watch out. They are soaking in every single detail because they find you highly engaging.
And that brings us to clue number 6, our final subtle sign, the eyebrows. I want you to pay very close attention the very first second someone sees you. What's that weird little thing people do when they're genuinely happy? Their eyebrows go up. This eyebrow flash is actually a universal human greeting all across the globe. People subconsciously raise their eyebrows for just a split second when they're excited to see someone. It's so fast, it's incredibly easy to overlook. Now look, if someone doesn't do this, it absolutely doesn't mean they hate you. But if you consistently catch that quick eyebrow raise followed by a warm smile every single time you walk into the room, you can confidently pin that to your evidence board. They are absolutely delighted that you're there.
Finally, let's wrap up with category 4, the most important takeaway and releasing the tension.
As we finish our detective work today, I want to just slow down the pacing a bit. It is never easy guessing other people's true feelings about you. It's this constant, exhausting flip-flop between thinking you're just overthinking everything and hoping they actually do like you. So I want to give you this really grounding reminder. You are not alone in this struggle. Pretty much everyone on the planet has spent nights staying up late replaying conversations. But please remember this crucial truth. Whether someone likes you or not is ultimately not your fault, and it absolutely doesn't define your value. What matters most, far above any body language sign or raised eyebrow, is that you love yourself. True self-worth comes from within, not from the direction someone else's feet happen to be pointing.
Which leaves us with this final thought. Do you have anyone specific in mind right now? Someone whose body language you're suddenly completely reevaluating based on what we talked about today? I highly challenge you to take these new observational skills out into the real world. Next time you're at a social gathering or at work or out on a date, keep an eye out for those removed barriers, the matching paces, and definitely those raised eyebrows. You might just find that the people around you have been communicating their affection in ways you simply couldn't see before. Keep observing, keep learning, and I will see you in the next explainer.